Just as the uncle was about to follow the stock guru's advice and invest all his savings into a worthless stock, the little boy suddenly stood up and stopped him, asking him to go outside and buy him an ice pop first. The uncle had always doted on his nephew. Although he was deeply focused on analyzing the stock chart, he still couldn't bring himself to say no. Before leaving, he repeatedly told the boy not to touch the computer, but the moment he walked out the door, the boy rushed to the computer, and with a few quick moves, invested all the funds in the account into a stock that no one had confidence in. But he knew exactly what he was doing. That company was about to receive a massive investment, and the stock price would skyrocket within 30 minutes. It turned out the boy was the reincarnation of a legendary Wall Street investor who had died from overwork after years of non-stop trading. Unexpectedly, he was reborn as this little boy. His father, in order to marry into a wealthy family, cruelly kicked out both the boy and his mother. With nowhere else to go, his mother took him to her brother's house. Fortunately, the uncle treated them decently. Though life wasn't rich, it was at least relatively stable. But just after the boy finished his trade, his aunt suddenly burst into the room. Seeing him touch the trading computer, she immediately scolded him harshly. After all, the numbers on that screen represented all their savings. Any mistake could wipe out everything they had. Just then, the uncle returned with the ice pop. The aunt rushed to call him over to check if they had lost money. The uncle leaned in and was instantly stunned. His nephew had put all the money into a stock nobody believed in. The aunt was furious. She shouted that the boy was too young to behave so recklessly, then grabbed a feather duster to punish him. The uncle quickly stopped her and told the boy to get up, planning to sell the stock immediately to minimize the loss. But the boy held his hand tightly, begging him not to sell. He said if they sold now, the uncle would miss his chance to become a millionaire. But the uncle and aunt didn't believe a word and kept trying to pry the boy's hands away. As the boy saw the stock about to be sold, he suddenly shut off the power, insisting his uncle trust him, and even promising to take full responsibility if they lost money. This only made the aunt angrier, saying this was their life savings. What could a kid possibly use to pay them back? Panicked, the uncle restarted the computer, ready to cut losses. But when he saw the screen, he was completely stunned. Not only had all their savings vanished, the account even showed a debt of several million. The boy had leveraged the investment 50 times. The aunt nearly fainted on the spot, but the boy remained calm and urged them not to panic. By now, both adults had completely lost control. At that moment, a woman nearby asked what leverage meant. After hearing the uncle's explanation, she looked at the screen, and the next second, she suddenly exclaimed that it was making money now. Hearing his sister's words, the uncle's hope flared up again, but when he saw the screen full of green numbers, he fell into despair once more. The aunt totally broke down emotionally and blamed the woman for bringing the boy into their home. The uncle also prepared to liquidate everything as a last resort, but the timing wasn't right yet, so the boy wouldn't let them sell the stock. He once again blocked them with his body. Just as the standoff reached its peak, the stock suddenly surged, and the screen began turning red.